Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Mr. Giancarlo today, and you are watching What's Up with Giancarlo. So this was supposed to be a live stream, so I figured I'd give you the camera. All right, give you something to focus on. So welcome to the stream. It was supposed to be a live stream, but it wasn't working. It wouldn't let me share my screen. So now I'm doing this. We are working on the topic 2 study guide review. Okay, this is the review. You were supposed to do the topic 2 study guide. So we've got it pulled up on the left side, and I'll be going over every problem on the right side. So real quick, question 1 is just the table showing all the customary and metric unit equivalence tables. So we would clearly click good luck, everyone. All right. This is just gonna, whenever we get to a problem, we'll just scroll back to number 1, look at all the measurements that we need and the the conversions. Okay. So let's go to number 2. Okay, so number two, the equation below describes a proportional relationship between x and y. What is the constant of proportionality? Well, the main equation in this topic was y equals kx. Okay, so we see y, so there's y, we see x, and then the only thing that is not there is the k, and that is 4 over 7. Okay, What does what is the constant of proportionality? Well, what does K represent? K represents the constant of proportionality. Proportionality. All right. So the only logical answer would be to be what would be K. So the 4 over 7 is representing the K. And what does K represent? The constant of proportionality. So it says, what is the constant of proportionality? Boom, 4 over 7, because that is what K is. All right. Let's move on. Number 3, Jonathan needs to buy some food for his dog. At the nearest store, 7 bags of dog food cost $21.49. How much would Jonathan spend on 5 bags? So we can use the bat and ball method for this situation. Number 3, all right? So I'm going to have a ratio equal a ratio. in this case, I would do bags of dog food to price equals bags to price. Okay, so if I have 7 bags for $21.49, that's going to equal 5 bags for a blank amount. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to put a box here. My answer is going to go in the box. So what I'm going to do is bat and ball method. So I make my bat, terrible bat, I know, and I'm going to make my ball. So I multiply the bat and the ball. So I do 21.49 times 5. Not a lot of space there. I'm going to do 21.49 times 5, which is going to do this a lot faster. 21.49 times 5 equals 107.45. Then I'm going to divide by the ball. Okay, so 107.45 divided by 7 equals, so just divide that by 7, and my answer is $15.35. That is how much 5 bags would cost. So I see it, boom, $15.35. All right. Let's look at number 4. Number 4, find the equivalent measure, 13 inches is approximately how many centimeters? Number 4. So we're going 13 inches to centimeters. So we go back up and we see that this is really, really small. We need to make it bigger. All right. So we see that 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So 1 inch equals 2.54 cm. So what can we do? You said the bat and ball method? You guessed right. So what we're going to do is scroll down back to our problem. So we're going to do we're going to do inches to centimeters, CMS. Let me erase that one. So we're going to do 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters equals 13 inches to whatever amount of centimeters it'll be. All right. Bat and ball method. Boom. I get my bat, I get my ball. So really what I'm going to do is 13 times 2.54. 13 times 2.54. I get 33.02. And then I'm going to divide that by 1, which is, I'll just do all the work. Divided by 1 equals 33.02. Bada bing, bada boom, 33.02. We go back and check. Nope, not that one. Yep, my answer is there. That is how I know I have the right answer, okay? Because the answer I found by doing all the work is there. All right, let's move on to number 5. So number 5, 22 gallons is number 5. 22 gallons to liters. So we look at this. For 1 gallon is 3.79 liters. So we'll go gallons to liters. So it is 1 gallon to 3.79 liters equals 22 gallons to how many liters? All right. Bat and ball method works like a pro. Okay. So what do? Well, we go back to the problem. All right. So I'm going to make my bat and then I make my ball. Okay. I multiply the bat. 3.79 times 22. Sheesh. All right. 3.79 times 22. 83.38. In class, could I just do this on the calculator and just find my answer? Yes, but this is how you show work. This is what I talk about when I say I want you to show work for problems. I can do all of these on the calculator. Okay? It's very easy, but showing work is how you know you're doing it right. Okay? So now we divide by the ball. So 83.38 divided by 1 is still 83.38. That is my answer. 83.38. Boom. Number 6. So number 6, write the equation of the proportional relationship. So the equation for a proportional relationship is y equals kx. Okay? So I'm just going to leave it as y and x, but I need to find my k. So what is my k? K equals y over x. So let's find an ordered pair, a point that is an ordered pair, and let's do the y divided by the x. So I don't see anything on an intersection except right here. So my x would be 1, my y would be 6. So 1, 6. So to find k, I do 6 over 1, so k equals 6. Therefore, the equation would be y equals 6x. This is the correct answer. And that is how you show the work for it. Boom. All right. So answer right there. We click it, we move on to the next one. Number 7. All right. Look at the table and answer the question. Kara's flower arrangements. So all of these are x's and y's. Okay. X's, y's. Are the numbers of white and yellow flowers in Kara's arrangements proportional? So what we would do is we would find the constant of proportionality for all of them. Okay? Or we can see if they are all equivalent ratios. Okay? If they are equivalent ratios, then I can I know that they're proportional. Okay? All right. So I notice that 3 over 5 cannot be simplified anymore. Okay. But what if I multiply 3 by 5 times 2? Okay. I would get 6 over 10. All right. What if I multiply 3 over 5 by 3? Multiply the 3 by 3, I get 9. Multiply the 5 by 3, I get 15. Right there. I multiply the top and bottom by 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. Right there. And then I multiply the top and bottom by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 5 is 25. That is how I know it's proportional, because these are all equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios means that it is proportional. All right? That's how we solve that one. But if you really wanted to, if we do 5 divided by 3, we get 1.66666666666, okay? And then if we do 10 divided by 6, we get 1.66666666666, so on and so forth. So your k remains the same for all of these. All right. So let's look at number 8. Number 8, look at the table and answer the question. Hector's flower arrangements. What is the constant of proportionality in Hector's flower arrangements? So what we are going to do is, if we simplify 4 over 6 down, it would be 2/3. Okay. If we multiply the top and bottom by 2, we get 4 over 6. If we multiply the top and bottom by 3, we get 6 over 9. If we multiply the top and the numerator and the denominator by 4, we get 8 over 12. Do you see them? Do you see any do you see any equivalent ratios? Because I do not. Okay? Another way to do this is 6 divided by 4, 10 divided by 8, 14 divided by 12. You will see that they are not the same constant of proportionality. They will be different numbers. Therefore, the answer is there is no constant of proportionality. This does not work. All right? Let's move on. Not equivalent ratios. Well, these are equivalent ratios, but they are not the same ratios that you see in the problem. That is what I meant. All right, let's move on. Sarah used 2.5 cups of cheese in a dish that serves 10 people. What constant of proportionality relates the number of servings to cups of cheese? Okay, so real quick, number 9. There's two ways you could do this. Even if you're not sure which one is X and which one is Y, if you just divide them both ways, you'll see what your answer would be. So if I did 10 divided by 2.5, I would get 4. Okay? But clearly, that does not work. Okay? So what I have is I have 2.5 cups of cheese and I'm dividing that through 10 people. Okay? That is how we would set that up. That is the wrong way. This is the correct way. Okay? So the cheese is Y. Cheese is Y. And number of people ooh, excuse me. Bless you, thank you. So the amount of people, that looks terrible writing, but the amount of people is X. So Y over X equals K. And when we, ooh, bless you, thank you. So when we solve this, we do 2.5 divided by 10. We end up with 0.25. All right. So we see our answer, 0.25 cups. Boom, boom, boom. Moving on. So we've got, did I skip one? That's weird. I don't know what's going on. Number 10. Okay. Number 10. Jason is making a corn grits recipe that calls for 1/4 cup of corn grits for every 1/2 cup of water. How much water will he need if he uses 1.5 cups of corn grits? So, bat and ball method all the way, okay? This is how we work this out. We're going to do corn grits to water. So, what I'm going to do is 1 over 4, 1/2 equals 1 and 1/2 to something. All right. So we could all use we can all use calculators and whatnot. So hopefully you guys know how to use the fractions on the calculator. But if we were going to do this, I would suggest that we do decimals. Okay. So it would be 0.25 over 0.5 equals 1.5 over something. So we would do that ball. So when we work it out, it is 1.5 times 0.5, 0.5. I believe it's 0.75, but 0.5. Yep, 0.75. All right. And then we would do 0.75 divided by 0.25. And when we work that out, we will end up getting 3. All right. So the answer is 3. Hopefully I'm getting everything in. I don't know if it's cutting off or not. All right. So let's look at number 11. I'm confused. All right, there's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, that's why I skipped number 1. Okay, that's weird. All right, number 11. The weight of 6 eggs is 258 grams. Identify the constant of proportionality of total weight to number of eggs. So all we have to do is divide, okay? That'll find me the constant of proportionality, K. So we do Y over X. So what is Y? It is the 258 grams. Let me erase that. Okay, so 258 divided by 6. 258 divided by 6 equals 43. So my answer is 43 grams per egg. Okay, that is how much each egg will weigh. Okay, so boom, answer. All right, let's move on to number 12. Once you get the hang of it, it's real easy. Nope, that's not what I want to do. So number 12. 6 tickets to a movie cost $39. What constant of proportionality relates to the number of tickets and total cost? So K equals Y over X. My cost is going to be the Y, so it'll be 39 over 6 per tickets. So we would do 39 over 6. 39 divided by 6 is going to be 6.5. Boom. Look at me before I even calculated it. $6.50. Okay? It's that easy. That is all you have to do for that problem. All right, number 13. Number 13. Junior is making chocolate truffles. Using the table, find the constant of proportionality. So, I can't stress this enough. K equals Y over X, okay? So, it's proportional. We know that. So we have to take the Y, 16, and put it over the X, 30. All right? So how do I simplify this down? I divide them both by 2. That is the greatest common factor between 16 and 30. So when I do that, I get 8 over 15. That will be my answer. Boom, 8 over 15. Number 14. Ashley babysits for 6 hours for $73.50 on Friday and for 3 hours for $36.75 on Sunday. What constant of proportionality relates to the number of hours and total pay? Class. K equals Y over X. X, X, X. Okay, so all we're doing is taking the price, 73.50, dividing it by the amount of hours. Okay? Very simple. So 73.50 divided by 6, and that'll give you my answer. 73.5 divided by 6 equals So she is paid $12.25 an hour. Okay? Boom. Everybody should know how to do this. It's pretty dang easy. All right? Number 15. So number 15 is a little tricky. Does this table show a proportional relationship? If so, what is the constant of proportionality? So the first thing we do is we have to find our k's for each one, okay? But if you just stop after the first two, you'll be tricked. So let's look at it. We get 12 divided by 3. That equals 4. All right? We get 24 divided by 6. That equals 4. So I'm like, oh, hey, these first two work. And yes, they are proportional. And the k is 4. Constant proportionality is 4. But if we keep going, we find out 45 divided by 9 is 5. And 60 divided by 12 equals 5. So these are different than these. Therefore, the quantities are not proportional. They have to have the same constant proportionality for all four of them to be proportional. Okay? At the local, number 16. At the local dairy farm, Kareem buys a 32-ounce container of yogurt for $2.56. Jonah buys a 6-ounce container of yogurt for 48 cents. Are the cost Y in dollars and the amount of yogurt X proportional? So let's check it out. K equals Y over X. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2.56 divided by 32, and we're going to do 0.48 divided by 6. Okay? So when we do 2.56 over 32, our constant of proportionality is 6 divided by 32, 0.08. Okay? Then when we do 0.48 divided by 6, it will also be 0.08. Since these are the same, yes, the cost Y in dollars and the amount of yogurt X are proportional. Since they equaled the same thing when we divided Y by X, we know it's proportional. Okay, number 17. Natalie walked 1.4 miles in 1 hour. How far did she walk in kilometers? So I believe 1.4 m for miles, or mi for miles, in km. Okay, so if I am correct, I believe we'll do, this is bat and ball method. That's not what I'm talking about, but we'll do bat and ball method. So we'll go miles to kilometers, km. 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. So that equals 1.4 over the answer. So bat and ball method. Let's get our bat and our ball. So 1.61 times 1.4. Remember, for multiplication, we don't need to line up the decimals. That doesn't matter. It's only adding and subtracting. So 1.61 times 1.4 equals 2.254. And then we divide that by 1, and our answer is 2.254. Okay? But wait, I don't see the answer. Well, we have to round our answer. Okay? So if 2.254 is my answer and all of them end in the tenths place, they want me to round to the tenths place. So I'm rounding here, so I have to look at the number to the right of it. I circle the number I care about. If it's 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Okay, so it stays down. But this is a 5 or more, so this 2 becomes a 3. So my answer would be 2.3. All right, moving on. Number 18, and we're almost done. Number 18. A garden hose fills a 2-gallon bucket in 5 seconds. The number of gallons is X. The number of gallons X is proportional to the number of seconds Y that the water is running. What equation represents the relationship between X and Y? Well, K equals Y over X, does it not? It does. So if X is the number of gallons, X equals 2, and the number of seconds is Y, Y equals 5. Okay? So K equals 5 over 2. All right? So what equation represents the relationship between X and Y? Well, we know the main equation is Y equals KX. What is my K? 5 over 2. Y equals 5 over 2X. Do we see that here? No. So we have to convert it. So how many times does 2 go into 5? It goes in 2 times with 1 left over. So that'd be 1/2, but that is really 2.5. So we pick the one that has a K as 2.5. Okay? So the correct answer would be Y equals 2.5X. All right? Number 19. At the nearest wholesale store, 3 bags of cereal cost $21.75. Which equation represents a proportional relationship? Well, the cost is going to be Y. The amount of bags of cereal is going to be X. K equals Y over X. So that would be 21.75 over 3. Okay? So 21.75 divided by 3. Well, 75 divided by 3 is 25, and then 21 divided by 3 is 7. So my answer for K will be 7.25. So the equation would be Y equals 7.25X. Because the equation that we care about is Y equals KX. So Y equals 7.25X. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. And number 20. Sandra signed up for Workout Jazz during the spring special. Which equation represents the proportional relationship? Workout Jazz Spring Special. Sign up now and get 12 months for just $16.99 per month, paid in advance. That doesn't matter. This 12 months is just telling us how long we would get. Okay? That doesn't matter. What matters is the constant of proportionality is this. The K is what we're paying per month. That is the constant. Okay? So which equation? The equation is Y equals KX. What is my K? K equals 16.99. So my equation would be Y equals 16.99 times X. Not plus 12, not 12X. No, that doesn't matter. Okay? It is just Y times, or Y equals 16.99X. They throw in that get 12 months to try and mess with you, okay? They're all tricks. So let's move on to the last one, number 21. Helena can buy 2 shirts for $25 or 3 shirts for $36. Do these quantities have a proportional relationship? Explain. So, first things first, we know that K equals Y over X. Let's do it. We get the cost, which is Y, over the amount of shirts, X. We're going to do 25 over 2, and we're going to do 36 over 3. So when we do 25 divided by 2, we are going to get 25 divided by 2, that equals 1250. Okay? When we do 36 divided by 3, that equals 12. So this would be the better option. It's more money, but you get the more bang for your buck. Okay? So the only option is no, the ratio of cost of shirts is not equivalent. because we get different constants of proportionalities. So no, the ratio of cost to cost is not equivalent. All right. So there you have it. That is the topic 2 study guide review. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you're watching this video, you're a part of the class. See you next video, everybody.